Said there were mines down in that valley, and we're in one of the 4 that you can actually visit. There's Speedwell, there's Peak, there's Blue John, and there's this one, which is Treak Cliff Cavern. And they are all full of a remarkable substance, which is a fluorospar, which is given a very special colour by hydrocarbon. This is it, known all over the world. This is Blue John. The Romans loved this. They used to dig it out, although not out of this cavern, because this cavern wasn't started until 1750. But they used to make lovely little ornaments out of it, vases and things like that, some of which have been found as far away as Pompeii. So they shipped it all over the world. If we get the light up on here, you can see great big lumps of it, all in the ceiling, the whole of that ceiling, full of it, absolutely riddled with it. And behind you over here, there's a pillar of it, which weighs 15 tons. Now this stuff is a semi-precious metal, or a semi-precious stone. So it's actually very valuable. Yes, 15 tons of very valuable rock. Come on, I'll show you some more. It's even raining inside here. Come on, I want to show you a lovely cave that is 110,000 years old. Now, first of all, just see it with the little fairy lights on. Ah, isn't that sweet? Now let there be lights. And have a look up there. Stunning. Now this is where you'll get the best collection of stalactites and stalagmites in the valley. And come and have a look down here. This is beautiful. Now stalactites and stalagmites grow at a rate of about 2.6 centimetres every 1,600 years, roughly speaking. Which means that those two over there, the stalactite which is down and the stalagmite which is up, will actually kiss one another in about 1,000 years' time. Isn't that sweet? Now, would you believe that whilst we've been travelling into these caves, we've actually been travelling uphill? Well, we have. And now we're going to go down the valley. In fact, right the way down the valley. Come on, it's a long walk. Yes, I know. Down in the Hope Valley, this is rain. But up here, in the village of Ean, it's snow. And it came down in about half an hour. That's what this area's like. You cold enough? Yeah. I said there was a special story in this village, and this is where the story began, where a travelling salesman called George Vickers came to stay. Now, he sent for some cloth from London. Come with me. And when that cloth eventually arrived in the village, it carried with it a very deadly cargo. Fleas. And those fleas carried the plague. Now, the remarkable story about this village is that as the people started to catch the plague, the Reverend here decided that they should do something about it. And he said no one should leave the village and no one should come in. So they cordoned the whole village off. People left food on the outsides for them, so that they didn't have to go anywhere else for anything. And as the symptoms developed, they were taken into the church where the Reverend looked after them, until, of course, eventually they died. Now, over the months, 2/3 of the villagers died from the plague. Astonishingly, the Reverend didn't contract it, but about the very last person to catch the plague was the Reverend's wife. Catherine Mompesson. She died in 1666, and this is her grave. An astonishing story of bravery. They had no idea what was killing them. They knew it was in the village, but they still decided to stay here and keep it here. Remarkable people. Right, we're moving on to a Roman fort in Bruff. Now we can get to it by going over the hill there, or by going down the road again. Oh, you're going to go down the road, are you? Right. I thought you might. I'm going to go over the hill. I shall see you in Bruff, all right? So this is it, is it? This is it, I'm afraid. This is all we can see. Just a few stones in the middle of the field, and that's all that remains visible. Whoa, boy. Right, let's get out and have a look. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Duke, for carrying us. Oh. Right, come and have a look at this. This is our journey's end. This is the fort at Bruff. I called it a castle before, I don't know why, but anyway, come on. This was originally built in AD 78 by the Romans. It was a wooden fort originally to oversee the lead industry, and then it was replaced twice by stone forts, the third one being built by the Aquitanians. I suspect it'll need a considerable amount of rebuilding now, because this is all that's left of it. It's been excavated quite a few times by various universities, but that's about all that's left. And that's what we came to see. Yeah, I know. But the best news is, we've now got to go back to Buxton, which is quite a long way, really. All things taken into consideration. I mean, you could get a bus if you want, or you may maybe ask Duke if he'd be kind enough to drag you that way, or get a car or something. Shall I see you there? Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, well, I suppose it was a bit of a hike. Oh, great. Never had 3 parking tickets before. Come on, get up, you're making the pavement look untidy.